Welcome to the Dark Archive, where we reveal hidden truths and explore the mysteries lurking beneath the surface. From forgotten histories to the shadows of the internet, join us as we uncover stories that challenge what you think you know. Let's begin. What is the dark web? At its peak, one hidden website quietly moved more money than many legitimate companies, without offices, without employees, and without a public address. It existed in the shadows of the internet, and for years, no one could stop it. The dark web is often described as lawless, untraceable, and beyond control. But behind the headlines lies a far more complex reality, one shaped by technology, money, and global enforcement efforts. In this documentary, we explore how dark web marketplaces operated at massive scale, how governments shut them down, and why the battle to regulate this hidden economy is far from over. How it all started. The modern dark web economy began with a simple idea: anonymity. Using encrypted networks and cryptocurrencies, online marketplaces emerged that allowed buyers and sellers to transact without revealing their identities. What started as small underground forums quickly evolved into industrial-scale operations. By the mid-2010s, dark web markets were no longer fringe experiments, they were global businesses. How the dark web works. A marketplace without borders. At its height, one major dark web platform was reportedly used by thousands of sellers and over 100,000 buyers. These users traded illegal drugs, counterfeit documents, and other prohibited services across continents. Transactions were settled almost entirely in cryptocurrency, allowing funds to move across borders instantly. Over time, the platform processed sales totaling millions of Bitcoin, valued at approximately $1.2 billion at the time. All of it happened beyond the reach of traditional banks. Money laundering in plain sight. Cryptocurrency was not just a payment method, it was a laundering mechanism. Funds from illegal sales were cycled through wallets, mixers, and exchanges designed to obscure their origins. Authorities later revealed that hundreds of millions of dollars were washed through these systems. For years, regulators struggled to follow the money. But that would soon change. The fall of the giants. After the shutdown of Silk Road, many believed dark web markets were unstoppable. Its successors, Alphabay and Hansa Market, grew even larger. In 2017, international law enforcement coordinated one of the most significant takedowns in dark web history. Alphabay was shut down. Hansa Market followed shortly after. What users didn't know was that for a period of time, Hansa was secretly operated by authorities, allowing them to collect critical intelligence on vendors and buyers. It marked a turning point. Law enforcement evolves. Since then, enforcement capabilities have grown significantly. In one notable operation, Dutch authorities secretly hijacked a major dark web vendor account. They ran it anonymously for weeks, quietly gathering data. The result was a cascade of disruptions that affected dozens of other merchants across the network. The message was clear: anonymity was no longer absolute. New challenges and regulations. While enforcement operations continued, governments began targeting the financial engine behind dark web markets: cryptocurrency. In 2019, the Financial Action Task Force issued new guidance urging crypto companies to identify both senders and receivers of transactions. The goal was simple: apply traditional Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering rules to digital assets. Global leaders had already raised concerns at earlier G20 summits, But the crypto ecosystem, exchanges, wallets, and payment platforms, was not yet fully equipped to meet these standards. The urgency increased with the announcement of large-scale cryptocurrencies backed by major technology companies. With billions of potential users, virtual assets were becoming mainstream. And with that shift came a critical question. Could regulators control digital money without destroying its innovation? What now? The dark web still exists. Markets still appear, disappear, and reemerge under new names. At the same time, governments continue to expand monitoring, enforcement, and regulation. Authoritarian regimes attempt to block access entirely, seeing anonymized networks as threats to political control. Liberal democracies face a dilemma. How do you protect privacy and free expression while stopping criminal abuse? There is no simple answer. The dark web is not purely criminal, and it is not purely free. It is a reflection of modern society's struggle between privacy and control, innovation and accountability. As technology evolves, so will the shadows it creates. The question is not whether the dark web can be eliminated, but whether it can ever truly be understood.